Hey everybody, Jake here for American Trucks, and today I'm chatting with John about his 2016 Silverado. John, thank you so much for being here with me today. I'm looking forward to talking about your truck.
Same here, Jake. Nice to see you.
To go over your setup, John is driving a 2016 Chevy Silverado 1500 with the Z71 package. For wheels, he's got the Pro Comp 32 Series Bandidos in flat black. These are 18x9s with a 0mm offset, making for a pretty much flush stance. For tires, he's running the Milestar Patagonia ATR all-terrains. They are 285/70 R18s, also known as 33x11s. And for suspension, he's got the Mammoth 3-inch front, 2-inch rear leveling kit. So just kind of a general question to start us off here. What made you choose to go with a setup like this? Was there some kind of inspiration or purpose behind your build?
Sure, the initial thing was I needed tires. The stock tires are always small compared to the wheel wells. Since I needed tires, I started, researching bigger tires, how to fit them on the truck, and that's what the inspiration was. I needed new tires. The treads were worn. So I checked out the website, saw different, lift kits of various, I looked at everything from 6-inch to, whatever. And then once I started delving into it a little more, I started watching the videos of the installations. And I am not a mechanic by any means, but I consider myself handy, and I do work on my own vehicles. So watching the videos in turn led me to the leveling kit, as far as it's something I could do with, in this case, my brother helped me, but with someone who could help me install it in the driveway, which is what we did. Between the videos and the packaging of the tires and wheels and lug nuts, that was basically the decision.
Let's kind of dive in a little bit then. So I want to start with the wheels. So again, for wheels, you're running the Pro Comp 32 Series Bandidos in flat black. These are 18x9s with the 0mm offset, so it makes for a pretty flush stance. So what drew you to this wheel?
I did check the website, various wheels. I narrowed it down to them just by aesthetics, just by what I liked and the size availability that I knew I needed. Yeah, it was kind of budgetary, and the size I was looking for in tires, and that's what led me to it, really. And the price, the price was definitely a factor. That price and the flat finish is what led me to those, yeah.
Was there something that drew you to flat versus gloss or chrome or some other type of finish?
I like the flat black look on the truck. Looked at other pictures on your website, so that helped. I just like the style. I wasn't necessarily looking for that look. When I saw them and the pictures of them, I liked them.
So the stance, as we kind of discussed earlier, is pretty flush. So you really don't have any poke coming out from the wheel wells at all. Was there a reason that you went with this width and offset of wheel?
That was the reason. Just a personal taste kind of thing. I don't really like the really far out offset, I guess you call it. I liked it more flush. The look, and like the same thing, like I said, I looked at the pictures on the website of other builds, and and a little sticking out did not bother me, and the way it looked on the website, it did show that, so I was okay with the amount that they were showing. I think it might have even said an inch or something. It might have given a measurement of how far out, but I can't remember for sure. So it was, just purely my taste is what, why I wanted it close to flush.
So again, for tires, you're running the Milestar Patagonia ATRs. They're an all-terrain tire, and you've got 285/70 R18s or 33x11s on there. What made you choose to go with the 33s versus just the replacement for the stocks?
I didn't want to lift the truck too much because I was doing it myself, and I didn't have the confidence that if I did anything of a higher lift, I would be able to do it myself. That's one factor. The other factor is I just like the look of the 33s on the truck.
Do you do any off-roading or any kind of other, how do you use the truck?
It's my everyday truck. I own a home, so there's always stuff getting thrown in it, whether it's gardening stuff or stuff from the home center. The off-roading I've done is just basically maybe to get to a fishing hole or something, but nothing. I don't do extreme. I'm worried about scratching it, to be honest, but I'd like to maybe a little bit, but I probably want a different vehicle for any extreme off-roading. So I knew I didn't, require a really higher lift than the leveling kit.
The question behind the question here is, what made you go with this versus, say, another kind of standard highway tire or something more extreme like a mud terrain?
I don't really do a lot of off-roading that I would need the mud terrain as far as, but these were the ones I have. The Patagonias, they are all terrain. So the main driving I do is on the road. And of course they'll help with snow and stuff like that. So
how do these tires drive? Are they quiet? Do you get a lot of road noise? Are they bumpy? Anything like that?
I'd say a little bit more noise than the stock tires, but not like an extreme amount or that would annoy you. They're not crazy loud, but they are a little louder than the stock tires.
So what made you choose this size of lift kit? Was it specifically, I want to fit the 33s, or was there another kind of underlying purpose to it as well?
Basically, I wanted to fit the 33s and not have any issues with rubbing. I want to be able to drive where I normally drive, make the same turns without worrying about anything rubbing. But I didn't want to lift it so much that the tires would look small. So that was pretty much the deal with that. And I wanted to get the front bumper, always seems so low to me.
So again, safe to say that you don't have any fitment or rubbing issues or anything with the truck as it sits now with everything?
No, none at all.
How is the ride and handling with the lift and the wheels and tires?
I like to say it's slightly a little more bumpy, but not, I've always had trucks, so I'm used to it kind of thing. It's not extreme. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother people riding with me. It seems a slight bit stiffer to me.
Overall, as the truck sits now, how do you like it?
I love it. It's perfect. The height is fine. It rides. It looks and rides the way I wanted. So yeah, I have no complaints about it, really. Right now I'm enjoying it, so it worked out fine.
All right, so John, thank you so much for chatting with me about your truck. I think the build looks great. To recap for everybody again, John is driving a 2016 Chevy Silverado 1500 with the Z71 package. For wheels, he's running the Pro Comp 32 Series Bandidos in flat black. These are 18x9s with a 0mm offset, making for a pretty flush stance. For tires, he's got the Milestar Patagonia ATRs. They are 285/70 R18s or 33x11. And for suspension, he's got the Mammoth 3-inch front, 2-inch rear leveling kit. So John, thank you again for being here with me today. Thank you all for watching. And for everything Silverado, be sure to keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.